Something is being hidden from you, not maliciously, not always intentionally, but hidden nonetheless. Tucked quickly behind polished listings, practiced smiles, and commissions that depend on your buying something your agent already knows how to sell. Today we are talking about Barndominium and more specifically what your real estate agent probably never told you about them. Let's start with the one that stings the most financially. Most buyers walk into a Barndominium purchase assuming it works like any other home. Find it, love it, finance it, move in. But here's what your agent likely glossed over. Conventional lenders late bardominiums not because they are bad investment but because they don't fit neatly into the appraisal box that banks were built around. Steel frames, mixed use structure, non-traditional secure footage. These things make underwriters nervous, and a nervous underwriter means a denied loan, sometimes after you have already paid for inspections. Your agent knew this, or should have. The question is why it did not come up in the first conversation. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Appraisal value. A bardominium in a rural area surrounded by traditional homes can appraise significantly lower than its actual build cost simply because there are no comparable sales nearby. Realtors call these comps, and when the comps does not exist, the number the bank assigned to your dream home can be shockingly low. That gap between what you spend holding it and what it's worth on paper is something every bardominium buyer deserves to understand before they fall in love with floor plans. Now, I want to pause here for a second. Some of you watching this noticed immediately that the images in this video are AI generated, and maybe that made you hesitate. Maybe it made you reach for the back button. I understand that, but I want to ask you something honestly. Does the source of an image change the truth of the information behind it? The research behind this script is real. The hours spent digging through lending guidelines, appraisal reports, and buyer experiences, those are real. The insights are real. A photograph of a bardominium does not make the financing facts more accurate, and an AI image does not make them less true. If the information genuinely helps you, and I believe it will, then it earned your time. That's the only standard that matters here. Back to what your agent should have told you, zoning. This one catches people off guard more than almost anything else. Many rural counties have no issue with bardominium, others have restrictions that make certain designs difficult or impossible to permit, and some municipalities don't even have a category for what a bardominium legally is, which creates a bureaucratic gray zone that can delay your build by months. Before you buy land, before you buy a kit, before you sketch a single floor plan, call the county directly because your agent's job is to sell property, not to research local zoning nouns on your behalf. And finally, resale. Bardominium are growing fast in popularity, but in many markets, the buyer pool is still narrow. If you ever need to sell quickly, a job chance, a life change, anything, you may find yourself waiting longer than you expected for the right buyer to appear. That is not a reason to avoid Barndominiums, it is a reason to go in with open eyes. The Barndominium lifestyle is worth pursuing. The land, the space, the freedom of design. It's generally compelling, but the best decisions are made with full information. Your agent had a responsibility to give you that, now you have it.